Hey, first off, what about Kyle starting out the game? Did you feel like he just didn't have it, or what you?
Oh, I thought he had good stuff. It's the same old thing, though. He's got to be able to throw strikes. It's not just about stuff; it's about command. It's about minimizing innings with your pitches, and he's got to continue to learn that. If he watches the game after he comes out, Hunter Martin really minimizes innings and had some real quick 10-pitch innings. And I just think Kyle continues to work too hard. And what I mean by work too hard is he works too hard in his innings. Um, Pitch count gets up too high. Guys see too many pitches, and he's not minimizing enough. I mean, his misses aren't as bad. Um, they're down in the zone or a little bit off, but it still comes down to throwing strikes.
Is there any particular reason why it seemed like he was starting to get the control? I think a couple weeks ago, especially, you said you thought he had his best outing. What's kind of changed? Is there any reason why he's missing?
Well, I think that could be answered is in regards to this team. I think it's probably lack of confidence. He hasn't consistently pounded the strike zone, and I think that starts to creep into your mind when you start getting some 3-ball counts. You start to get doubt, and I'm sure that creeps in because I'm not saying this. I'm his coach and his father. He worked extremely hard every day. He works extremely hard at his craft, and I know it gets frustrating for him, but it comes down to confidence. And you got to trust what you're doing every day. And when the negative things happen, you've got to fight through them. And I think that translates to what's going on with this team too right now. Is when the negative things are happening, we're not getting a stop to it, and that's why we're 9-11 right now, and a team that's scuffling, and a team that's searching for answers. But I tell you what, we're 20 games in. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are taking shots from the outside, but I'm going to protect this team. I have the thumb pointed at myself. This is no one's fault but mine. I take full responsibility for that. And those people that have doubts about us can continue to have doubts. We're going to turn this around, and I have faith in these kids that I love, and then I'm going to continue to go to war with each and every day that we're going to figure this out.
You visited the mound in the third inning. What was like your message to your team when you made that visit?
That we were going to win the game. That when I brought in Hunter, that we were going to win the game. That if we had complete belief in one another, that it might be the best thing that's ever happened to this team was to come back from a 6-0 deficit and win the game. And I thought that we started to scratch and claw for some stuff, but it's the same old thing. We have some great at-bats, and then we give some at-bats away. And that's take out getting hits. That isn't. It's just take a quality at bat. That's all you can control in this game is a quality at bat. I was excited. I thought we had some 4 or 5 two strike hits today. That's different for what we've been doing. So that's a positive thing. Hunter Martin's outing was a positive thing. He showed, hey, maybe I deserve to be in the weekend rotation, and I'll take a look at that this week because I there's no favorites in this deal. It's who's going to give this team the best opportunity to be successful.
Again, it wasn't just the errors today. It was other little things like not getting the sacrifice bunt down, and wild pitches, pass balls. What do you kind of do to change those things, or kind of scratch them out of it?
Can't scratch them out. They're reality. We continue to work on those things. Continue to make an emphasis. It's almost like the pink elephant in the room. It's almost like we're emphasizing that so much in practice that I wonder if it's becoming a mental thing now. Because over the last 5 or 6 games, I've seen more things happen in the game that have just buckled us at the knees than I think I've ever seen in my career in a stretch of that many days. And again, I'm not pointing the finger at the kids. I mean, it starts with me, and I've got to go back and take a look at how we're approaching each and every day of practice, each and every day of the game, to prepare these guys for the best opportunity to be successful wearing this uniform.
How do you solve that mentality? What can you do to make them more mentally tougher?
Well, I only know one way, and that's to continue to work. There will never be a quit. There'll never be. I don't care if there's 5 games left in the year. We're going to get better in those last 5 games. And like I said to the team, I wish we could set the reset button after 20 games. We can't, but we can play with our minds a little bit and know that we have 35 games still remaining. We're only a fifth of the way through the conference, and there's still a lot of games out in front of us. We can continue to dwell on the negative that's happened, or we can let the past go because we can't do anything about it and only look forward to the opportunity and how good it's going to feel when we get this thing completely turned around.
Coach, you subbed in with Rogers there in the ninth with the 2-1 count. Was there some something wrong with the batter, something
No, we have a team rule that we're looking for base runners there, and we're never going to ask a guy to get hit. There's rules in place with that, but we're not going to give ground. And I thought Brett gave ground there, and on that 2-1 fastball and or the 1-1 fastball, and we're just at that point right now. I mean, it's about the system. The system works. It's not broken. And like I said, there's a lot of people out there that could take their shots if the system doesn't work. I know for a fact it's worked. I've been part of a lot of successful programs that it has worked, and I'm not going to sway from the system.